So good evening all. Atma Namaste. Very welcome for the session. So as I can see some new faces, I'll introduce myself also before we start. So my name is Piyali and I'm a basic pranic healing instructor, a pranic healer from last 7 years. So this is our first day of the session that we are starting, the series that we are starting. And it's basically ancestral healing or ancestral forgiveness, ancestral blessings. And after that, we will be doing, this is mainly for the Pitru Paksh. So these 16 days are very, very important. So we will be doing it on Tuesday, Thursday, and Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Today is an introductory section. So I will be first explaining to you why we need to do this, what we should be thinking while we are doing this, what is the importance of this, etc. And then we will do a short forgiveness and short blessing. But tomorrow onwards, there will be no talk at all. We will straight away come to the session. We will do our 7 times forgiveness. We will do our blessings to our ancestors and we will move on. Okay, so from 4:30 onwards, we have the study session where we are studying the book called The Secrets of Karma. And then we have the Twin Hearts meditation. So it's like healing with your ancestors, getting a lot of blessings, then doing a little bit of study, understanding karma, and then finally meditation and closing. So that's our program for the next till the Pitra Paksha is done. That's the 2nd of October. Okay, so if you're ready, I'm ready too. Let's begin. I will try to keep the session in English and Hindi so that all the participants can easily understand. So let's start by understanding who are ancestors, because many people have a confusion between incarnation healing and ancestral healing. So incarnation is all about you, the soul. That's it. Incarnation has nothing to do with others. So I, the soul, am incarnating again and again into another body. This incarnation, I'm a female, I am in this body, my name is Piyali, I'm born into a Hindu family, into a Bengali family, that's it. Next incarnation, maybe I will be born into a Christian family, I will be maybe in a male body, maybe in a female body, whatever it be, I will have a different incarnation. So if I'm trying to heal my own karma, if I'm trying to heal my own incarnation, then everything that matters is I, the soul, period, over. Okay? I, the soul, it's my karma, my good, my bad. In the next incarnation, I take my good with me, I take my bad with me. If I have to heal my own karma, I do forgiveness with myself, I do blessing for myself, I donate and decree for myself, I do good karma for myself. So I, the soul, I am responsible for my incarnations. Okay? Now I'll repeat this very quickly in Hindi. जब हम बोलते हैं कि हम अपने जन्मों की हीलिंग कर रहे हैं, तो क्या होता है, हम यानी मैं एक सोल हूं, मैं एक आत्मा हूं जो हर जन्म में एक नया शरीर ले लेता है। बिल्कुल जैसे कल मैंने कुछ और कपड़े पहने थे, आज मैंने ये कपड़ा पहना है, बिल्कुल वैसे एक शरीर बस बदल जाता है, आत्मा सेम रह जाती है। मैंने एक जन्म में जो अच्छे कर्म किए वो मेरे अगले जन्म में कैरी फॉरवर्ड होगा, मैंने जो बुरे कर्म किए वो भी अगले जन्म में कैरी फॉरवर्ड होगा। तो अगर मैं अपने जन्मों की हीलिंग करना चाहती हूँ, मुझे मेरे कर्मों का ध्यान रखना है, मैंने क्या अच्छा किया है, मैंने क्या बुरा किया है, मैं अपने आप के साथ फॉरगिवनेस करूंगी, मैं अपने लोगों के साथ फॉरगिवनेस करूंगी, मैं अपने लिए डोनेशन करूंगी, अपने लिए डिक्री करूंगी, मैं अपने लिए अच्छे कर्म क्रिएट करने का कोशिश करूंगी। ठीक है? तो अगर हम अपने जन्मों का हीलिंग कर रहे हैं, सब मैं हूं, खत्म, और कुछ नहीं है। Now let's understand, on contrary, what is ancestral healing. Ancestral healing does not start and end with you alone. Ancestral healing is when you consider the effects of all your ancestors, your entire generational line on you and your life. So that begins with me, I am one life, one generation. Then I have my father and my mother. That is the first above generation. My father, my mother. So when I'm talking of ancestral healing, the first person I need to think of is my mom and my dad. Then the next two people I need to think of is my mother's mother and mother's father. Father's mother and father's father. So that's my two grandparents. Then I need to think of their parents. So this is like a family tree and it keeps growing upwards. Each layer adds on many people in its way. Now, since this is a generational line, this is an ancestral lineage, you, the soul, will partially be affected by whatever is good in this lineage and whatever is bad in this lineage. Now, before I move on, explaining this in Hindi, because आप अगर नहीं समझोगे, आप अगला 7 दिन बस तोते की तरह रटोगे, आप समझ नहीं पाओगे. Okay? So, एंसेस्ट्रल हीलिंग में क्या है, हम जेनरेशंस की हीलिंग करते हैं. यहाँ सिर्फ मेरे कर्म मैटर नहीं करते, मेरे मम्मी पापा ने क्या कर्म किए हैं वो भी मैटर करता है. मेरे मम्मी पापा ने जो अच्छे कर्म किए हैं वो भी, उसका भी एक अच्छा प्रभाव मेरे जिंदगी पे पड़ेगा. मेरे मम्मी पापा ने कुछ बुरे कर्म किए हैं, कुछ गलतियां की हैं, उसका भी प्रभाव मेरे ऊपर पड़ेगा. तो मेरे मम्मी मेरे पापा, मुझे उनका भी ध्यान रखना है कर्म के हिसाब से, जब मैं जनरेशनल हीलिंग कर रही हूँ, एंसेस्ट्रल हीलिंग कर रही हूँ. फिर मुझे सोचना है मेरे मम्मी के मम्मी ने क्या किया है, मेरे मम्मी के पापा ने क्या किया है, मेरे पापा के मम्मी ने क्या किया, मेरे पापा के पापा ने क्या किया. इस तरह से जनरेशंस बढ़ते हैं. यूजुअली वी कंसिडर 7 generations. Usually this is observed, or this is like kind of a theory or whatever you can say, that 7 generations impact us. All these 7 generations, if they have done something good, then the benefit of that will also be given to us. Like, say, for example, if in our 7 generations, one of the generation has been a very benevolent king, or a very, like a philanthropist. They had crores and crores of money and they distributed it, they donated it, they helped people. Or maybe, they have been doctors, they have been healing people, or they have been, the zamindar of some place and there was a flood and they donated all their food and everything to save people. Maybe one of them could be, a freedom fighter who actually helped in getting India freedom. Could be in your motherland also, in your country also. Could be one of your ancestors has been a freedom fighter who gave their own life to save the country. That good karma will come to you as well, because you are a part of those 7 generations. Maybe you will be blessed with a lot of prosperity. Maybe you will be blessed with a lot of physical strength. Maybe you will be blessed with, some kind of a genes, some kind of a hereditary unit, which is going to protect you, save you, give you some good qualities, give you some special talent. Okay? Maybe one of those ancestors were blessed by some great saint, by, some avatar. It could be many things. That blessing is going to come to you as well, because you are one of those 7 generations. Now, this is the good part. Everything has a pros and a con as well, right? Not everything is so sweet and halcyon types. So what is the negative part? What is the difficult part? One of the incarnations, or one of the generation could have done something wrong as well. Maybe there was a flood, maybe they could have saved, but they, hoarded their money, they hoarded their food products, they hoarded their stuffs and did not help the poor. So all the poor people cursed that person. That could be your grandfather, great grandfather, great great grandfather, great grandmother, great great grandmother, anyone. So thousands of people in the village or in the place cursed that person. That because of you today we are suffering. May you and your 7 generations suffer. Now that curse is also going to come down to our generation. So the good as well as the bad both can come to us. Okay. Now we cannot really impact them directly, but yes, when we do forgiveness, we neutralize our karma with them. When we do blessing, no matter where they are in the whole universe, maybe they have taken another incarnation and they are in the planet Earth with a body. Maybe they are still in their emotional body, mental body. Maybe, one of them could have become an angel. Maybe one of them have decided not to take a birth anymore. Maybe one of them is having a lot of sufferings up there. It could be anything. Now, our blessings, our forgiveness does reach out to them because that is energy. And energy is like, they're everywhere. However, now this being said, I hope you understand that why is ancestral healing important or ancestral forgiveness and blessings important. Now, the point is why forgiveness? This is also very important. माफी क्यों मांगना है? गलती थोड़ी की है, हमको तो याद भी नहीं है 7 जनरेशन में कौन था. Maybe you don't even remember your great grandfather. Hardly would some of us remember our grandfather and grandmother, right? So why forgiveness? Now the reason is sometimes knowingly, unknowingly, we tend to curse them. We tend to blame them. A very common thought form. Very, very commonly, at least in India, though, I have heard thousands of people saying this. पता नहीं मेरे पूर्वजों ने क्या गलती की थी कि मेरे साथ ऐसा हो रहा है. I don't know what mistake my ancestors have made that I have to suffer like this. It's a very common saying, at least I have heard it so many times from people. पता नहीं मेरे पूर्वजों ने क्या नुकसान किया होगा किसी का कि मेरे साथ ऐसा हो रहा है. Many people believe in ancestral curses. Many people feel that I did not do anything wrong. It was my ancestors who must have done something wrong because of which all our generations are being cursed. Now, sometimes we have family diseases. You might observe that your great grandfather died of cancer. Now, your grandfather or your some uncle of your grandfather also have cancer. Maybe in your father's line, all the fathers and the uncles, maybe one of them had cancer. Now you are extremely scared that what happens to my generation? Will I also end up having cancer? Is it hereditary? होते हैं बहुत सारे डिजीजेस आपके हेरिडिटरी होते हैं. बहुत बार छोटे छोटे डिजीजेस जैसे कि एस्थमा भी हेरिडिटरी होता है. आप देखोगे कि हर जनरेशन में ग्रैंडमदर ग्रेट ग्रैंडमदर को एस्थमा था, ग्रैंडमदर को एस्थमा था, मम्मी को एस्थमा था, किसी बच्चे को भी हो गया. It is a genetic issue. It's a hereditary issue. Now, what happens when we suffer? Sometimes we use bad language. Sometimes we curse them. Sometimes we blame them. Sometimes we feel that, all the thing that is going wrong in my life, it's because of my ancestors. This concept is not very right. So we need to do forgiveness. Now, why is the concept not right? Because it was your karma which brought you into this ancestral line. Had you not had the karma of the disease, you would not be born in this family only. So before blaming others, before blaming our ancestors, we need to understand that why am I at all born in this family that has a lineage of this problem? मैंने इस परिवार में जन्म ही क्यों लिया जिस परिवार में सबको अस्थमा है? क्योंकि मेरे कर्मा में अस्थमा रहा होगा. मैंने ऐसे परिवार में जन्म ही क्यों लिया जिसमें कोई कर्ज दिया हुआ है? क्योंकि मेरे भाग्य अनुसार, मेरे कर्मा अनुसार मुझे भी उस कर्ज से गुजरना था इसलिए. So it might be an easy way out to blame the ancestors, But again, everything boils down to our own karma. Okay. So if you want to detach yourself from the curses, if you want to detach yourself from the negativity, if you want to increase the positivity, then forgiveness and blessings of the ancestors is very, very important. Especially in this period of time, which is known as the Pitra Paksh, which is known as the time for the ancestors. Starting tomorrow, today is not Pitra Paksh. That's why I'm giving so much of talk today, so that from tomorrow we are in line with the energy. From tomorrow, we do 7 forgiveness every single day whenever we are doing it. And rather, when we are not doing it, you can still watch the recording and do it on your own. Continue to do the forgiveness, continue to do the blessing, to have good karma, to have blessings from the ancestors, to reduce your negative karma. Are we clear so far? So I'll be explaining just one more concept and then we'll move on to doing the forgiveness and the blessing for today. Now, one more concept why we need to bless and why we need to do forgiveness is I, the soul, could have been my own ancestor as well. It is a possibility, huh? I, the soul, I'm taking birth again and again. Now, in one incarnation, maybe 2000 years back, 2000 years back, I was some character, some XYZ. And from that same lineage, my body is changing again and again. I'm being born into different families, and I am taking a rebirth after 2000 years. There are possibilities that I have been my own my own ancestor in some line, maybe the 5th generation, maybe the 6th generation, maybe the 7th generation. We cannot guarantee that this is not possible. If you think about it, I'm talking about generations. Each incarnation can be of thousands of years. Don't think that I die at the age of 60, so my incarnation is only 60 years. No, 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 no. When the physical body dies, you might have a journey of 1000 years, or I don't know how many years before you take your next birth. So it is highly, highly probable that I was there 2000 years back. Then I had my kids, and they had their kids, and their kids had their kids. In one of the same family, I, the soul, I am born again. Why will I be born in the same lineage? Because I have unresolved karma with those people. With my own family members, I have unresolved karma. I still have some revenges to take. I still have some good things to neutralize. I still have some bad things to neutralize. So until and unless I neutralize all those karma, the group of souls in that 2000 years back, my brother, my sister, my husband, my wife, my children, they are also taking reincarnations. So they will also be coming back into the similar families, maybe in a cousin's family, maybe in a husband's or wife's family. They have to come back because you have to neutralize the karma. If I have a set of 50 people, until and unless I neutralize my karma with these all 50, I will not be sent to another new. I have to neutralize my karma with these 50. So it is highly probable that I am coming back into the same family in some other form or fashion. Completely different relationship, completely different. The soul remains the same. The generation is different. The body is different. Everything might be different. So if I myself have done some mistake 2000 years back in that incarnation, in that generation, I still have to neutralize that karma. I still have to work out that karma because of which I am born into this family, because of which I'm having ancestral issues, or I'm having genetic issues, or I'm having ancestral curses, etc. Okay? Now, for some people, this concept might be a little tough to take, but think about it. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं जो भी बोल रही हूँ आपको सब पकड़ के बैठ जाना कि हाँ हाँ ये तो 100% सच होगा. आप सोच सकते हो इसके बारे में. हर सोल हजारों इनकारनेशन लेता है, एक एक इनकारनेशन हजारों सालों का हो सकता है। तो आप कितना पीछे जा सकते हो इस बात का आपका अंदाजा भी नहीं हो रहा होगा इसका। If any one of you read a lot of theosophical books, then probably you will understand what I am trying to tell you. आप अपने ही इन आप जो सात सात पूर्व पुरुष हम बोलते हैं, सात एंसेस्टर्स हम बोलते हैं, सात पितृ हम बोलते हैं, उसमें से कोई एक इनकारनेशन में हो सकता है आप ही जन्म लेके आए होंगे। ओके, सो ऐसा हो ही सकता है कि आप इस जन्म में जो भी हो, सात जन्म में जब आप ब्लेसिंग या फॉरगिवनेस कर रहे हो, उसमें से एक जन्म आप ही का सोल का रहा होगा। ये सोचने की बात है, समझने की बात है, थोड़ा स्टडी करने की बात है। Is it possible that I only come as my own incarnation in some another generation? अगर ऐसा है तो क्यों है? What is family karma? Why do people take birth in a family? Why do I come back to this family again and again? All these things are things which you need to think about. Okay? So when you are doing forgiveness with your ancestors, if you yourself have been your ancestor, you are also neutralizing that karma. You are saying sorry for your mistakes. You are saying sorry for those unresolved karmic issues which has remained pending. Okay? Maybe 2000 years back, 20,000 years back, you and I, we were not so much spiritual, highly evolved, literate, and we could have made hundreds of mistakes. So this is the time when we actually uh, intentionally neutralize our karma. Okay? So are we ready to do the forgiveness and the blessing with full awareness? Why are we doing this? क्यों ये इतना important है? Why is Mahalaya celebrated? Why do we always do, so much of dan, so much of donation, so much of, we buy clothes and we donate it to the pandits, we give food. Why do we do this? Because it is connected, karmically connected to the soul. Okay? Okay, next seven generation. To some extent, probably yes. Because as I said, if the previous seven generation is impacting us, whatever good and bad we are going to do is going to affect our next seven generations as well. And you don't know, you might also come back in one of them again. So when we are blessing our next seven generations, even then we are kind of doing something good for ourselves. So today we will practice only one forgiveness and we will do a great invocation to bless our ancestors and we will move on to our rest of the session. From tomorrow, we will do seven forgiveness each way. Okay. So I request everyone gently close your eyes, relax yourself, take a deep breath. Be aware that you are a soul. You're not the body. The soul has taken many, many incarnations. And in each incarnation have different ancestors, different generational people. But whatever it be, whoever was around us, whoever is still now around us, we do have a karmic relationship with them. So imagine a big white light in front of you. This white light belongs to all your ancestors, previous seven generations, from your mother's side, from your father's side. If you're married, you might also include your husband or wife's father's side and mother's side. Put your hands in front of your heart. Look at that beautiful white light and gently say Atma Namaste. Atma Namaste. To each and every soul of my ancestors, Atma Namaste. I, the soul, humbly salute the divinity within you. There is God within each one of us. I salute the God within you. We are all children of God and we all make mistakes. I forgive you for all your mistakes. I forgive each one of you for all the hurt and pain, for all the mistakes, for all the curses, for all the negative impacts that I have to suffer because of you, because of your actions, whether you have done them intentionally or unintentionally. If I am suffering because of anything connected to my ancestors, I forgive them. I completely, totally, unconditionally forgive them. I forgive them because I realize my sufferings are because of my own karma. They are not the real reason. So I forgive them. Please also forgive me for my mistakes. To each and every of my ancestors, please forgive me. Forgive me for all my mistakes. Forgive me if I have blamed you, if I have cursed you. Forgive me if I have made any mistake because of which any of my ancestors had to suffer, knowingly, unknowingly, intentionally, unintentionally. If I have caused any harm to any of my generations, please forgive me. I am truly, deeply, sincerely sorry. May the Supreme God bless us all with His love, mercy, compassion, and forgiveness. May the Supreme God neutralize all our negative karma. May peace be with you. May peace be with me. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all negative cords between me and my ancestors be cut, cut, cut. Let's bless our ancestors with a great invocation prayer. Put your hands in the blessing position. Visualize that big, gigantic white light in front of you. The great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. Let light descend into all our ancestors wherever they are. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. Let divine love descend into all our ancestors. May the great world teacher return to earth, so be it. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the will of every person, every being, the purpose which the holy masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend on earth. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend into our ancestors. So be it. From the center which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out. May it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend on earth and manifest the divine plan on earth. Let light, love, and power descend into all our ancestors, wherever they are, and manifest their divine plan. So be it, so be it, so be it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stabilize the energies and cut your cords with the blessings. Slowly, gently open your eyes with a sweet, sweet smile. Okay. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We will move on to the study session of the secrets of karma. So if you want to continue, please do join us. I'll be just stopping the recording and starting it again. Okay.